That's what I need. Got it. Do we need to put a comment in the Facebook group so people will know how to find it?
I'm doing it.
Okay. Thank you for doing that.
Yep.
Lydia, you're just working away over there. How are you doing, by the way? I haven't seen you in a while.
Trying to get my swaps done.
Swap.
This has been a challenge.
I know doing that many is hard. It's not my favorite thing to do 20 of them.
10 is okay. But doing another 10 I'm not real happy with how they turned out.
But you're gonna get it's always cool when you go home with 20 different cards. It's really, I mean, that is always fun. So it always make it worth it. But usually in the process, I'm usually cursing and fussing about it. But then I'm always glad once I get my card. So
Well, I just feel like I've had to change my original. I had my original idea, and I had to change it. And then I feel like I keep second guessing and changing. Anyway,
it's all good. It'll be fine. It'll be fine. Oh, cute. I love it. I love that paper. Very nice. I would show you mine, but I haven't done it yet. I do think I know which one I'm doing. I think I'm doing one of my cards from Chicks and Chocolate the other night. But I haven't cut all the pieces yet. At least I know I have a design, so that's good. Oh, goodness. Are we having fun, Brenda?
Go ahead. Yeah, we're on. We're on live. Go ahead.
Okay. Hey, everybody.
Sorry, that was a little bit of lack of communication. Sorry, Brandy.
It's okay. I wasn't sure we were on, so please excuse that last few minutes of just chit chat, but hope everybody's doing well. Sorry for the last minute change, but Brenda and I are getting ready for a retreat this weekend and we are swamped. And I just don't think there was any way I was going to be able to get us in person. But I also wanted to do Friendsgiving in November. And so trying to keep to the one in-person meeting a quarter, we're going to switch it to that. So I hope everybody's okay with that. Thanks for your flexibility.
Especially after all the fun challenges we had in December trying to get together. So
I know. But we're going to do Christmas too. So get ready for that.
We got it.
We're going to start getting ready for it. We're going to do it. Anyway, Happy New Year. It's Stampin' Up! New Year and it's ready. We are ready to go. We are full swing in. And so New Year just means that all your points, all your sales for the year, all that business just starts over again. It's not a huge thing. I think a couple people may have retitled, but that's not a big thing either. You can retitle at any point and get back to that level. Really, there's not a ton of difference between like Bronze Elite and Silver. Now, Bronze and Bronze Elite, there's a difference because you get that 5% discount. So definitely want to keep up that discount if you can. We do have a couple people that are in pending. And again, that just means that you didn't meet your $300 minimum for the last quarter. So you have the whole month of October to make that up. It's really nice now. Used to they would make you make it up plus an additional $100, and they don't do that anymore. So yay for that. So if you want to try to get your quarterly minimum for the last quarter so that you would be out of pending and you're not sure what to do, please reach out to Brenda or me and we will be glad to give you some ideas for how you can do that. Lots of things you can do. You could have a kit party. You could do a fundraiser and just sell kits for a fundraiser and then donate your commission to whatever cause that you want to fundraise for. That's really all a fundraiser is you're just donating your commission. And you can donate whatever percentage of your commission that you want. I typically do all of it. I don't do the overrides. So the check that you get at the beginning of the next month, I typically don't include that. I use that to help cover my costs for the fundraiser. If I'm giving any kind of extra things for people, like if I make a little thank you gift for them for purchasing in the fundraiser, or if I happen to do the fundraiser in person and I have snacks and things, then I use that override part to help cover my costs. But I do donate my 25% from the sale of those products to whatever organization it is I'm doing. And I'm going to do a fundraiser for Leukemia Lymphoma Society in November. I'm hoping that it will be an in-person event and it's going to be a kit event. So hopefully you guys will be able to, purchase a kit and come and support the Leukemia Lymphoma Society. And it's going to be at the church. I don't have a date for sure yet, but I'm working on that. So anyway, that's one way you can do it. There's some other things you can do. I mean, you can just offer, folks that that like Stampin' Up! Products or they like to craft, you can just say, hey, jump in on my order with me and you can use my 20% discount. So you can always do that. Or if you're a Bronze Elite, well, no, you would have retitled though, because of October. So you'll get that 20% discount. So there's some things you can do to make up that quarterly minimum and then be able to stay active. Now, of course, there's always the option that if you drop at the end of October, you can re-sign or sign back up immediately in November if that were to be the case and you wanted to do that, and you could just start over. All of your sales, everything zeroes out and you start over again on that, but probably is not much different than if you're impending. So either way you can do it. We would love to have you. We just like to see folks stick around and stay part of the team so that we can enjoy crafting together. So that's about that for the new year and the retitles. Brenda, anything else that I missed on that?
I don't think so.
Okay.
Just again, like Randy said, if you need help throwing a kit party or need some ideas on how to do it, please reach out. Very happy to help.
We'll come and help you do your party. If you want to do an in-person one, we'll come and support you and help you do it. If you haven't done anything and you're, so far you've been a hobby demonstrator, but you're kind of thinking about maybe every now and then you want to sell something, reach out to us and we'll help you. We'll host your first event for you and you can just sit back and watch if you want to, or, we'll do whatever we can to support you guys in taking this whatever direction you want. Obviously, there's never any requirement that you do that, but if you're interested, we are always here. Anytime you make a decision that you want to try to grow a business, we're here to help you do that. So please reach out to us. We enjoy doing that kind of thing. So that's what we're here for. Everybody loves to craft and everybody loves Stampin' Up! So we'll do what we can for you. Let's review the weekly updates. There was new online exclusives that were released yesterday or today. Yesterday. Thank you. I haven't had hardly any time.
No, I'm wrong. Yesterday was the release of the product for On Stage.
Oh, that's right.
Today
That's
is
right.
the new online exclusives.
Right, there you go. And there's some cute stuff in the online exclusives. So if you haven't, be sure to jump over to the demonstrator website. You can always find all of that information on the demonstrator website. It is now so much more user-friendly. So if you haven't looked at the demonstrator website recently, it's so much better and it's so much easier to find information. So a couple cute sets. So be sure to check that out. They're available only online, so you won't find them in any catalog. And this is a pre-order, so this is not all of the offerings that they're going to have for the online exclusives. It's just the pre-order period, so it's just a selection of the next online exclusives release that you can pre-order. World Card Making Day is this Saturday, October 7th. There is a free virtual event Stampin' Up! Is putting on, and you can register at, there's a link to register in the online updates or in the weekly updates, excuse me.
And it also got emailed to everybody.
Yes, it did go out in an email to everybody. So if you're not receiving emails from Stampin' Up, please reach out. We can help you try to fix that. But you want to make sure you're getting those emails so you know about, specials like this coming up. There's also a new Christmas kit, which is really cute. It's an Advent kit, a countdown rustic Christmas countdown. Makes 25 little envelopes, and you can put little things in the envelopes. And I think it's is it, Brenda, is it on a, let me look at it. Is it on a, like a garland type thing?
The picture I saw, it was hanging on a Christmas tree. So
okay.
I don't know how
they do have little paper clips on them, but that it's not on a garland. So you could add it and make a garland out of it for sure, or you could just clip it onto a Christmas tree. Like one of those little mini Christmas trees would be really cute. So that has been released. So that's always exciting to get a new kit, and especially when it's Christmas. I believe I just saw that the new Hanukkah stamp set is already sold out.
Holy moly.
I know. And I went ahead and bought it, and I bought it just because I appreciated, and I have several Jewish friends that I would like to make cards for. But I also appreciated how responsive Stampin' Up! Was to, they released us a Hanukkah set, and it was not a very good one. They had some mistakes in it. It was not well done, and they pulled it quickly. They got a focus group, and they had demonstrator input, and then they turned around, and it was the fastest production of a stamp set they've ever done. And I think I saw that it is sold out. Now, I haven't looked at the inventory status report to see if it's going to be restocked. But I did see a couple demonstrators who were sad that it was already. But that's amazing that it must have been wildly popular. And like I said, I bought it, especially to just support the fact that they did that, and I wanted to make sure that they sold them. But it's one that I probably will never buy another Hanukkah set. So I have one in my stash, and I will probably hang on to it. But anyway, there's that. Simple stamping challenge for this month is thank you and just stamps, ink, and paper. Keep it simple, and make sure if you post a picture, use the hashtag simple stamping, capital S on both of those. I'm not sure if that makes a huge difference or not, but I think capitals do kind of make a difference in hashtags. And it's also just for accessibility. It does make it easier for people who have vision problems to see the separation of the words, because you can't put spaces in hashtags. So but the way Stampin' Up! Has it listed is capital letters on both words. So just a little tidbit on that. Stampin' Up! Does monitor that hashtag, and they pick random people to get, I think they give $5 product codes for folks that they select, and they also feature them in reels on their Instagram and Facebook. So that's kind of cool. Brenda, do we have anybody watching along with us? Do you know? Can you tell? Okay.
Nope, I don't see anybody over there.
Okay, no worries. Let's see, what else do we have going on? The big news is the starter kit special which is the best one I have seen in the 20 years that I have been a demonstrator this time. I'm going to pull it up so I make sure I tell you everything. I give you all the numbers correct. Whoops, I clicked on the wrong link. One moment, please. Let's see if I can get it right. Maybe not. It seems like I'm clicking
It's on Facebook page.
I just missed my one frustration, even though the new website is much, much better, their links, it is so hard to see when things are linked, hyperlinked. Okay, so here's the special. It starts now. It ends October 31st. And there's two options. The first option is you get 35% off of the normal cost of the starter kit. So that means you get to select $125 worth of product for $64.35, which is incredible. It's a fantastic deal. And actually, it looks to me like that's almost a 50% discount on the product. Just doing rough math, it's pretty close to 50% discount. The other option is to get 35% more product for the original price, which is $99. You get to select $168.75 worth of Stampin' Up product. So
I just did the math. 125 divided by 2. 62.50.
Okay, so it's just barely, just a skosh under 50%. That's a pretty phenomenal deal. Plus, it's free shipping, so that's another 11% folks are saving. So make sure you pass this information on,
and you get to attend on stage for free. Every new recruit gets registered for on stage.
Right, for the on stage. For Onstage at Home, the virtual event in November. That is also included for both options. And so that's pretty exciting. Now, you do not get a swag box with that, but you do get to attend and see, and then you get access to all the recorded content afterwards. So that's a pretty exciting little bonus. So be sure to share that with your friends. You never know who would be interested in that. And so just be sure to share it. Don't assume that people won't do it. Don't assume that they aren't interested, because you just never know. I have a friend that's a nuclear engineer that's a demonstrator, and I would never in a million years have thought she was a demonstrator. So you just don't know. Okay, so that covers the weekly updates. That covers our starter kit special. What else do we need to talk about? So if you have registered for Onstage at Home, you can go ahead and order. If you are interested in ordering, stamping along with the projects, you can order the Be Mine Suite Collection. And I don't know if they put a picture of it here.
They did.
Okay, there it is. It was actually, I got to do a survey last year for the products for the spring, and actually the online exclusives that they just released are in that survey, and then this stuff is in that survey. So I kind of had a little sneaky peek at it last year. It's very cute. It's a bumblebee. Lots of cute paper. It's a 12 by 12 paper pack. Hallelujah. There is a coordinating punch. There's some cute embellishments, and there are pillow boxes, which are they're kind of a funky shape. Not gonna lie, it's a little funky. And then there is some really pretty red ribbon for all of it for the suite. So you get DSP, you get a stamp set, a punch, embellishments, ribbon, and pillow boxes. It's $75. I think that's a pretty fantastic price, to be honest. Also, if somebody is signing up as a new demonstrator, they can add that suite as to their starter kit.
No, they can't.
Pardon?
Not for the Onstage.
The Be Mine, they can't?
Cannot. Cannot.
Oh, I thought oh, it's the online exclusives. They
It's the
can.
online exclusives they can, but not for.
Okay. Dang it. All right. I take all that back. Sorry.
That's why we're doing this together.
That's right. Yeah, because between the both of us, hopefully we have one working brain. I mean,
Right.
we're both a little frazzled at this moment. We've been stamping our guts out trying to get stuff ready for this retreat. So
I've seen that question posed in the
Okay.
leaders group, and it's like,
and I
yeah, no.
and I know and I remember now it was somebody talking about the online exclusives. It's just my misunderstanding. So I apologize for that. But once they become a demonstrator, once they sign up, they can purchase it. So
When you get your demonstrator number, then you can
Right.
immediately turn right around and order that one.
Correct. And also, so the online exclusives that they're releasing in pre-order right now can be added to the starter kit special or to the starter, yes, to the
Yes.
starter kit special.
Yes.
So that is true. Brenda and I are both agreeing, so it must be true.
Our brains are in sync there.
Oh, mercy
I'll agree
goodness,
with you
y'all.
if that helps.
I'm
Pardon?
sorry.
I'll agree with you if that helps.
Thank you. 3 makes it better, right? Okay, what else do we need? Okay, so we also talked about, we've mentioned it a couple times, and I did put out some feelers in the group a couple months ago about getting together in November at a cabin in Pigeon Forge for on stage at home. And so I really, I'm starting to look into that. I'm checking on some prices. I am, if there is, I'll start a post in the group. This will be like, I need to know, like, you're seriously not like, yeah, that sounds cool. I might want to do that. Like, I need to know, yeah, as long as that's, if it's this, and if there's a price limit that you have, like, I can handle it if it's $50 a night, or, if it's above $50 a night, I'm going to be out. That'll help me when I'm trying to price something. I'll try to find a cabin that's not on the side of a mountain. So somebody doesn't drive her van off the side of the mountain. I don't know who would do that. I have no idea who would drive her van off the side of a mountain, but Lydia, you look a little guilty down there, friend. But you were safe and it worked out.
Right.
And you stamped all weekend and we had fun. And we can laugh about it now.
Yeah.
Because it's okay now. There's a story there, folks. There was a little story there. We'll share it with you sometime. But the last cabin we got,
I'm thinking it's one of those that they missed out on.
Well, yeah, that's true. What happens at the cabin stays at the cabin. The
I
stamping
just
cabin.
cut that paper wrong.
But we had a little sketchy drive up to the place. It was a great cabin, by the way. It was a great cabin. The drive was a little sketchy, and it was leaf covered roads and
wet.
But it was beautiful. It was really nice. So I'll try to find a little bit better approach for the next one. But I will start that post in the group. Would love for you guys to chime in if you're able to join, if you're seriously considering doing that with us. If you have not registered for On Stage at Home, it's fine. You don't have to, because I think registration is closed for that.
It is.
But several of us have already registered and we will have access to the content. So you guys come on. Now since we registered, we will get swag boxes. So you won't have a swag box to go with it, but that's the least of the things. And the thing is being all together and stamping and having fun and eating and stamping and eating and maybe having some adult beverages and stamping and having fun and
bringing what you want to work on. If you don't want
Right.
to stamp those things.
Yes, you do not have to stamp along with the stuff. You can bring projects to work on that you have been putting off. Get your Christmas projects together. If you've got some kits sitting around, some paper pumpkin kits or just our kit collection kits that you haven't assembled yet, and you just want to grab those because it's easy, that's fine. Brenda and I have both typically brought our entire stacks of ink pads and markers and all that stuff to share. I'm happy to do that again. And So we would just love to have everybody up there. It was so much fun. We had so much food. Oh my gosh. We brought so much food. But we had a great time. So I'm looking forward to it. And I hope you guys are also. Look like you're getting ready to say something. What's that, Brenda? Oh, okay. What else was I going to talk about? Because I forgot my notes. I made my notes at work and then I left my notes at work.
Talking about the accountability challenge.
I'm gonna let you
Okay.
talk about that.
Okay. Are you ready now, or you got something else? Okay.
Go ahead.
See, this is where Brandy and I, our brains are not triggering on the same thing today. And it's okay.
It's okay. It's okay.
I'm part of a training group that this Rhonda Wade does every year at the beginning of the Stampin' Up year. And she does a training for 5 weeks straight. And it's to help get us in, if you're trying to run it as a business, or even if you're not, to help you get your sales and get a clean slate and get started and going that way. But it's basically geared toward earning the incentive trip or getting you prepared to start trying to earn the incentive trip. It teaches you how to get customers. It teaches you how to run classes, teaches you how to try to have a clean space to work in. Mine was, and now it's not again.
Mine was, and it's like,
like I had this all nice, and then it's like, poof, I started crafting in here Monday night. So, well, Sunday actually. But I pay for it, and I'm willing to share what, and Brandy pays too. I'm willing to share the trainings for 5 weeks with you guys if you're interested in it.
Yeah.
We will schedule a time to meet. We'll watch the training. And then if you've got questions, Brandy and I can help answer. This is probably my second or third time going through this 5-week series. She's changed it up just a tad. But it's really good. I will tell you that the first week's homework assignment is to clean and purge your space.
Clean and purge.
Brenda did that, and she took half a truckload of recycling on Saturday because she had old catalogs stacked up. She had boxes in here that was like, why are you keeping a box that's that tall with 1 pack of designer series paper in it?
Because that's what we do.
That's all that was in it.
That's what we do.
So if you're interested in that, please reach out. We'll get it started. Last week's training was week 1. We don't have to follow the same schedule. I listened to part of today's because I took lunch and then it went longer than I thought it was going to. So I had to bug out and get back to work. But the first week, I'll tell you, the homework assignment is cleaning and purging and getting your space where that you've got more than a size of grid paper to work on. I still have that. So that's exciting. So if you want to do that, this week's, I know she was talking about how to hold classes. She gives you a breakdown on how to price classes and how to do kit parties and different things. It's pretty good. So if you're interested in that, please reach out. We will get it scheduled. It won't happen this week, ladies. I'm just telling you.
It's not happening. There's not much else happening this week for me because I got to get this. We have to get through this retreat that we have. Somehow we thought this is a great idea. Let's do a retreat for demonstrators, people that we don't know, and let them see how crazy we are. So, but it's going to be fun.
It's going to be fun.
We get a craft weekend in Gatlinburg. I mean, how bad can that be? And we're a walking distance to several distilleries.
Well, and if you get there early enough on Friday, the Craftsman's Fair is going on in the convention center just down the street.
Yeah. And if you guys want to pop in and just visit us on Friday night or Saturday, we'll be there all day Saturday. There's a little bit of a dinner break, but we'll be there.
6,
pop in and
I don't know what time dinner break is. We'll post it.
We'll be at the Glenstone Lodge. And when you walk in the front door of the Glenstone Lodge, you walk in, you'll see the elevator, and you kind of go either around the elevator, and then you'll see the check-in desk, and then back to the right, you'll see the pool, but back to the right is a conference room, meeting room. And we're gonna be back in that meeting room. We look out onto the pool. So please feel free to come by and pop in and visit with us. Like I said, we're walking distance from the convention center where the Craftsman's Fair will be. So I'm hoping we get to pop in there and see it also. So we would love to have you down there and visiting with us. So, but we'll get together next week to talk about the homework. And I will say I've done her training off and on for a while. And I think this training that she does for the incentive trip, even if you don't earn the incentive trip, which obviously I've done the training several times, I've never earned the incentive trip, but I make progress every time. It helps me move forward in my business every time.
Yes.
So that's the goal. I mean, obviously I would love to earn the incentive trip one time. But as long as my business is continuing to move forward, I'm happy with that. You know, if I'm just doing better than I did last year, which this year I did do better than last year. So, that's a good thing. Brenda did better. When we were at backstage, we had a little recognition for bettering our best from last year. So that was exciting to see our names up there.
Yep.
So anyway, we're happy, like I said, we're happy to share that with you guys and just create some accountability, and just help each other brainstorm ideas for classes, for card projects, whatever it is, whatever you want to do. We're happy to help you guys with that. So
yes, very much so. I know that I've done Rhonda stuff. I've done a couple of other accountability groups. Matter of fact, I'm still one of the girls sent me and my other accountability partner a message last night and said, "What is your goal for this Stampin' Up! Year?" So Carol sent hers, I sent mine, and she said, "All right, I'm writing this down and I'm going to ask you about it, right?" I said, "Yes. And now what's yours?"
Wait.
Because that's where the fun is. And it's just fun having somebody else that those ladies, one lives in Ohio and one lives in Florida. Well, she's a traveler. She's in Maryland and Florida. It's hard to tell. It's like, "Carol, where are you visiting us from today?" So, and
Well,
she has customers in both places. So, she's earned the trip, I think, once. Nancy, I think, has earned it once. So getting plenty of ideas. And then with the other accountability group stuff that I'm doing, hopefully I can get there.
Yeah.
If I can get a little bit better this year, and then the next year's is better than Disney, I'll be happy.
Yes. So the incentive trip that everyone is working towards now is Disney. It's at the Grand Disney Resort.
It's grand something.
It's whatever the most frou-frou of the Disney resorts is. That's where it is. I'm not a huge Disney fan, but I know Stampin' Up! And I know they're going to make it pretty cool. So I will gladly go to Disney on their dime.
I'm looking to see where it's at. It is at the Grand Floridian Resort and Spa.
Grand Floridian. That's it. Yes. So they do a bang up job. And I mean, if you've ever seen pictures from anybody's past incentive trips, you know that they take care of them. So I'm looking forward to it.
And it looks like it may be during spring break in 25. So it's May the 18th or 13th through the 18th.
Not spring break.
That's not spring break. No, it's at the end of the school year. It's the end of the school year.
Yeah, because on stage is going to be spring break.
Spring break, March.
Yeah.
Speaking of on stage, go ahead.
Yep, we both were like, "Oh yeah." So now is the time to start planning for on stage. On stage is happening March. Brenda's looking it up. I can tell it's spring break in Knox County. I do know that. It's the Wednesday, or it starts on Thursday and goes through Saturday. I'm planning to fly out on Wednesday. It's in Houston, Texas. I
14th
believe
through the 16th.
14th through the 16th. I believe there is a direct flight from Knoxville to Houston. I think. So that's so we're planning. I am not driving to Houston, y'all. Not doing that.
No, I'm not either. That's 18 hours.
I like people, but I don't like people that much. So I'm not gonna ride with anybody for 18 hours. Anyway, but so start planning now. On stage is great for any demonstrator. You do not have to be a specific level to attend on stage. You just have to be a demonstrator, and it is so much fun to be around thousands of other people who are as cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs and cuckoo for Stampin' Up as we all are. We all get each other. We don't think it's weird that people like the Stampin' stuff, it's just fun. We have a great time. So I would love to take several team members to Houston and just go and have a great time. So start making plans. If you are thinking about it, let Brenda and I know, because we are considering an Airbnb instead of the hotel block that they may do. If we get a big enough group, then an Airbnb, we could probably come out cheaper than doing a hotel room. So if you're thinking about it, let us know, because we would love to have you. So I think that's all I have for now, Brenda.
I think that's it too.
Yes. I did mention in my video the other night, last night, talking about this meeting. So one thing with our Facebook group, Team Smoky Mountain Stampers, and I think Brenda's Homegrown Stampers is probably this way as well. We have not, we don't go in and, delete people the second that they drop. If they drop being a demonstrator, we have not gone in and gone like, oh, kick you out, you're out of here. We haven't done that. But we probably will go in and do some cleanup since it's the beginning of the new Stampin' Up! Year. But please know that if you are in the group right now, and if you happen to still be watching this, and you are interested in coming back and joining up, we would love to have you join back with us and be a part of the team and stay in the group. We're all about, community and stamping, and that's our main goal, is just to create friendships. Brenda was talking about her accountability group. I was in two different accountability groups also last year, and I've got friends in Texas and Maine and Wisconsin. I think she was in Wisconsin from those accountability groups. So those are people I would never have met if it was not for Stampin' Up! And they are just so sweet, and we keep in contact and we check on each other, and we know what's going on with families. And I wouldn't have those friendships if it wasn't for Stampin' Up! And that's, to me, that's the most important part of this
Right.
thing. It's just the friends and the relationships that we get to make through stamping. So shoot, Lydia, I know her from being an interpreter, but we wouldn't hang out like this all the time if it wasn't for Stampin' Up! So, even though we knew each other outside of this beforehand, we have a whole different kind of relationship because of stamping. So, it's fun. And that's always, I want that to always be the goal, and make sure you guys know that that's our biggest goal. The other stuff is frosting. If you decide to do something extra, if you decide to work it as a business or whatever, that's just, the sprinkles on top. But really the biggest part and the best part is the friendships and the relationships that we get to make. So anyway, that's all I've got for tonight. Don't want to keep you guys too long. I have got to go color my hair. I told Brenda, I don't think you were here when I told Lydia this. I was getting ready when you texted me. I was getting ready to put color on my hair. I could be sitting here because I color my eyebrows too. So let me tell y'all, it would have been a treat. I have pictures, John. My husband has taken pictures one time before, and so I don't have the nerve to post those. For fear
Why?
that
It's a private
fear
group.
that somebody steal, yes, but somebody could download that puppy and put it somewhere else. So
We wouldn't do that.
oh no, nobody would do that. I know better. Anyway,
But reach out, please. Don't feel alone. Come to our Stampin' Up to our classes. I'm getting ready to do one that's on gratitude. So I will get that posted hopefully
yay.
tonight. So but come to classes, come stamp with friends. Or I do the kits and sips on Saturday, one Saturday a month, not in October, probably not happen in November because of scheduling, but I usually do. I mean, they're 2 a month or 2 times a year. I might cancel it. Happens to be 2 in a row. But there's kits and sips on Zoom the fourth Thursday of the month. So that's free too. Just we set at our stations and we craft. So
Crap. Brenda and I we were on Zoom the other night with somebody from Las Vegas, Nebraska, Texas, and then us. And like Brenda and I were the ones on East Coast time. So it was 1 o'clock when we logged off of Zoom. It was 1 a.m. when we logged off of Zoom. The other folks, it wasn't so bad for them because they were further along the time zones. Also, I am going to start doing on my team page, I'm going to start doing a pop-up craft night, which means Brandy can't plan ahead.
is that what that means?
Well, it sort of means that. It means I'm trying to plan around my husband's schedule because he's like all cranky and like wants me to spend time with him when he's home. I mean, like, what's that about? I mean, come on, dude. So with his schedule, for those of you know, my husband's a fireman, and so his schedule is rotating all the time. So it's not like he's off a specific night all the time. So so I'm going to do some pop-up, usually probably a weekend pop-up craft night where we're just going to open up Zoom. And just like Brenda does with her kits and sips, just have your computer open and you can work. Sometimes Brenda and I do this and like, we don't talk for 15 or 20 minutes. We're just all stamping away and, but it's open that if I need to say like, hey, what do you think about this? Does this look good? I love it. Very nice. Brenda's been working. I was going to do one of those too. Dang it.
Do different paper.
Well, I'm going to do Christmassy stuff.
Mine's not Christmas meat.
What was
not
that?
Christmas. Mine is fishy.
Okay. So we'll start looking for pop-up. I'll try fishy. Fish. Yeah. Like fishing. Not smelly fishing.
And not PHISHY.
Oh, good one. Good. But anyway, I'm going to do a pop-up craft night. I'll try to give you at least a week's notice when they're coming up. We're going to have to interpret for those two. But they're not saying anything bad. It's okay. Don't worry about it.
No, she said no like fraud. Fishy like fraud. That scams.
Right. Yes.
Yep.
Yes. Very good. All right. Well, I hope you guys have a good night. We're getting a little punchy here.
What, Lydia?
It took me a minute. I was like, PHI. Oh, like I had to spell it out and then think about it for a second.
Got it.
I was like, oh, like steal. Oh.
All right. So yeah, it's probably time for us to go.
Yep.
Thank you all if you have hung out this long. Thank you.
Bless your hearts.
Bless you. We love you. Put
you get to see the real us.
Make sure you comment and let us know that you watched it on replay. You can put your questions in the comments as well, and Brenda and I will check those and answer your questions as we can. So thanks everybody for coming in, watching. Thanks Lydia for joining us tonight. We appreciate it. And you guys have a